Welcome to another edition of Inside IU Softball with Michelle Gardner. I'm Dave Leno exclusively for IUHoosiers.com. This past weekend, the Hoosiers brought the brooms out on the East Coast. They defeated Penn State 3-0 and then 1-0 on Sunday. Mello had 15 scoreless innings. She really did a nice job out there for you guys, but you delivered late when you needed to.
Well, and that is exactly what happened. I mean, she was phenomenal, did her job. Weren't a ton of base runners, and we had some good defensive plays. And then, the bottom line was we found a way to win. And to me, that's a big battle, and I'm very proud of them.
And this was the third straight game you guys have had to go deep with teams. You lost to Louisville, 1-0 on a walk-off hit by Keller, the second baseman, but you came through. And let's start with reminiscing about those Penn State contests. Let's go to the first game. Mello got on base. She did the things to put you guys in a good spot, and then you really got out there.
We did. We, Morgan, I don't know what to really say about her. She's actually done a great job offensively and defensively. This weekend struggled a little bit offensively, but we found a way to get things done. And yeah, it's kind of like people are stepping up where we need them to be. And each week or each game, I feel like sometimes it's someone different. And Sarah Olson was steady Eddie again this weekend, and I think just a huge factor in our wins.
Well, in Game 1, it was Samantha Heyman, her second ribby of the season. In Game 2, it was Amanda Wagner, 0 for 11 when she came up to the plate, and she delivered.
Absolutely. And, the bottom line is we've been talking about, someone stepping up, because you're not always going to get the performance, from Bree or Sarah. I mean, they can't always be the ones getting it done. And now we're seeing a mix of people stepping up and finding a way to win. This is a team effort, and yes, Morgan's throwing great, and some shutouts and stuff like that, but you still have to be able to score runs. And offensively, I think we've spread it around a little bit as to who's going to get it done at what time. And I mean, you can look at Megan Murphy, and against Minnesota, she had a huge hit in our victory on that Sunday. But it's good things are happening all the way around.
Well, you played a Penn State team who's been struggling, batting .211 as a team. Still, they have some pretty good hitters. Cassidy Bell, their center fielder, really good. Johnson, their first baseman. Even though they didn't hit the ball as well as they would have liked, it's still a quality victory.
Oh, absolutely. And it's a quality victory. They're ahead of us in RPI, and they've had some big wins during the season. So they might be struggling a little bit offensively right now, but, they're a very competitive team, and again, they have had some big wins, and I think for us, they're two really good wins.
You have a very busy week upcoming. You have a doubleheader against Ohio State, then you play Indiana State on Thursday at 3 p.m., and then 2 contests against Wisconsin. Let's start with Ohio State, a team that has been mightily struggling, like Penn State as of late. Linda Kalafatis' team has been plagued with a couple injuries. I know their pitcher, Nichols, is hurt. Other players are getting some time inside the circle. Goodchild, a few others. What are you thinking about that contest to come?
Well, I think no matter who's on the other side of the field, we have to come out and play our game. And we can't be focusing on who's hurt, what they have or don't have. I think we have to come out. We have to have a good performance in the circle. We've got to play clean defense, and we got to find a way to score runs. And hoping we can put up a couple more runs than one in the 7th. But even if it is one in the 7th, I'm happy as long as we're on the winning end of that.
You mentioned the defense. A couple weeks ago, it was shaky a little bit at various positions, but at Penn State, you guys were pretty solid.
Oh, absolutely. Well, some of that is that we're healthy, and we've had some injuries here and there that plagued a little bit, which I think attributed to some of the defensive flaws that we were having. But that's kind of come around now, and defensively, I thought we played outstanding at Penn State. I mean, all the way around the infield, we did a great job. The outfield didn't see a whole lot of balls, but we took care of business when we did, and I mean, that's the bottom line.
We should mention on Wednesday for that doubleheader will be social media day, so we'll be promoting softball and also baseball, also the Facebooks and Twitter as well. And that's a day to kind of get all of the athletic department and all the 24 varsity sports into it.
Absolutely. I think it is an opportunity. It's a time for everyone to become involved, and you see that a lot more in some of the bigger sports per se, but now it's a time for all of us to really have that time.
And both of those games will be streamed online. You actually can listen to Nate and I on the call Also, you can get video as well. Okay, so Thursday you have a makeup game against Indiana State on one that was called off earlier due to inclement weather. So that's a little bit of a break in between Big Ten play.
Well, it is, and obviously, in scheduling that, I wasn't really thinking about how grueling this week is now because of it. But the bottom line is, again, we've got to come out and take care of business, and I'm hopeful that's what we do, that we're prepared, and we can come out and do the things we need to do from here on out.
And finally, Wisconsin on Saturday and Sunday. I believe they're playing South Dakota State in between that contest and also us. So what do they bring to the table? I know they have a new coaching staff up there, a new regime up in Madison.
Well, Wisconsin is, yes, they have a new regime up there, but we still have to take care of our business. And looking at anybody on the other side of the field, I think that's has to be what happens. They're coming off a big win. They beat Northwestern last weekend and split with them in their series. And I don't know that anybody expected that to happen, but because Northwestern's tough, and obviously we face them a little bit later. But so Wisconsin's got to be feeling pretty good about what they have going on. And to me, the bottom line is still that we have to come out and take care of our own business, and then things are we'll be on the winning end of that.
Right now, you take a look at the Big Ten standings. You guys are sitting in third. A great spot, really controlling your own destiny at this point. Still a lot of Big Ten contests to come, but right now you have to feel like you're in the driver's seat a little bit.
Well, I feel like we're in a good position. Obviously, we need to take care of our own business the rest of the season. But and at some point, Michigan only has one loss, Illinois only has one loss, but they face each other this weekend. So who knows what's going to come out of that. But I do like being up there where we are, and hopefully come the last weekend, we are still in the hunt to win a Big Ten championship, because that's what we want to do.
One of your commanders out there, Mello, just notched over 300 strikeouts. She currently has 303. The other player in Indiana history is Amy Unterbrink from that 1986 team that finished third in the Women's College World Series. Put that into perspective for us on what that accolade is for Morgan.
Well, I think it's, obviously at Indiana, that's a huge accolade. Amy Unterbrink is one of the best pitchers that's ever thrown here, and an All-American, and whatever you possibly want to say about her. And Morgan is, in her right, an All-American as well. And to me, it takes a little bit of pressure off the defense when your pitcher has that many strikeouts. And at one point she was leading the country in strikeouts, which kind of puts that in perspective out of how many teams there are that she's actually leading. That number is amazing. And what she does is give us an opportunity to win every game we're playing, and kind of what Amy did with the 86 team, and they went a long way, and I'm hoping we do the same.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time.
Thanks, Dave.
On behalf of Coach Michelle Gardner and our videographer and editor Nate Wiekers, I'm Dave Leno. Best wishes, everyone.